So now I'm going to talk to you a little bit about these special auxes up here, effects A and effects B. Oops. Now I have configured those to be, as you can see, labeled reverb and delay. So effects A is the reverb effect, effects B is the delay effect. I configured those here in Universal Control. So let me get it pulled up here. So here you see effects A and effects B. Now you have a little drop down list of what you want. So ambient, small room, small hall, bright hall, through plate. Sorry, you can't see that. So ambience through plate, those are all reverbs. And then mono delay, filter delay, stereo delay, ping pong delay, those are all delays. Now, what is reverb and what is delay? So reverb, I'll actually demonstrate this. It's kind of when it sounds echoey. It just puts kind of like an echo effect. But it's not like an echo. That's what delay is. Reverb is just kind of an ambient room or hall type. You know, if you clap, you hear it kind of fade out. So that's how you can set those. And there's different parameters. So the decay seconds, pre-delay, early reflex dB, and then time X feedback. I don't really know what those do, but I kind of just I play with them until I get it right to get what I want. So I've specified those there, and so you see them coming here. Now you can kind of treat them like a normal aux because you've got this mix button. So let's look at the reverb. So if we're looking at the reverb, I guess before that you have a level, so you can say, okay, how much out of everything that's getting reverb, how much total reverb do I want? And all that'll make sense in a sec. So I plugged in this mic into mic 19. So let's unmute that. Now, its reverb is turned up all the way on it, so I'm going to turn it down. And so you can hear me talking. It may sound a little bit reverby, but that's the natural room reverb that you're hearing. Now if I turn it up all the way, there's my normal voice, it sounds like this. Doesn't sound a ton different yet. But if I turn it up, you hear that? It sounds really echoey, very echoey, extremely echoey. Now, you hear that? And then now I'll take it off. Now I'll take it off by just hitting mute. And you can see it's a lot crisper. Now, why would you want reverb? It's good for vocalists because it gives them a little leeway in their singing, so the note doesn't just immediately stop. It kind of tapers off a little bit, and it just kind of makes their singing flow a little bit better. Check. You probably wouldn't put that much on it, but just a little bit. It just helps your vocals a little bit. And so we've applied that to the acoustics as well, because it sounds pretty good with acoustic guitar, and the vocals. So that's these, and that's the channel I was just playing with. So that's the reverb. So you've got a mute button. So if you just want to completely turn it off, you can mute it. That will turn it off for all channels. Notice you only have one page of channels to mix, because you can only put reverb on the fader channels. You can't put reverb on any of the auxes or anything. Now, this post button will post that reverb to all of the stage wedges and stuff, which is good if the musician wants to hear himself with reverb, but usually they don't. So those are typically left off. Okay. Now the delay is very similar to reverb. I'll go ahead and put the maximum delay on the microphone that I set up, and here's what it sounds like. Check, 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 check. Test, 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 test. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I can turn it up a lot. Well, it's going to start feeding back if I'm not careful. Check, 1, 2, 3, 3. Hello, 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 hello. And then so you can kind of play with it to get the sound that you want on here, but it is a pretty cool thing that you can do. Mainly reverb. That's the one thing that does sound good. Sometimes Zach has wanted to put delay on some of his songs, but for the most part, I don't really use delay. So, and plus, it would be kind of a prank. It would almost be a prank if you put delay on them and they didn't know it. So it's definitely something that you would have to tell the musicians that you're doing, so they will know about it. And it'll probably be their idea to begin with anyway. So if you want to do that, you can. And so that's the effects A and effects B.